United States, you probably say Asatru and Austria. If you are from Iceland, you probably say Asatru and Austria. Continental Europeans are split between the two. Many Asatruers consider Asatru to be a nature religion. In addition to the gods, many of whom have functions and spheres of influence in nature, we also honor the landfighter, the land spirits. Some Asatruers see the gods as personifications of nature. Other Asatruers see nature as a personification of the divine. Some Asatruers are polytheist and believe the named gods are all separate entities. Other Asatruers are pantheists and believe all the goddesses ultimately form one great goddess. And there are people in Asatru who fall in the middle. For example, they see Odin and his brothers as a trinity and yet different from each other, but see the other gods as separate from them. As I mentioned previously, Asatru is a reconstructed religion. Rebuilding the elder faith continues through scholarship of literature and linguistics, anthropology and archaeology, the study of fairy tales and folk customs, and the experiences of modern Asatruers. However, many current customs are holdovers from heathen times. Folk customs, fairy tales, and even many nominally Christian celebrations have heathen roots. Asatru is a religion of action, not faith. To be a good Asatruer, one must do specific things, which include participation in specific rituals, but one does not have to believe. The idea of accepting deity into one's heart to be saved is a Christian concept that is not part of heathenry. Within Asatru, there are those who believe, those who do not believe, and those who do not need faith because they have personal religious experiences and relationships with the gods and other beings. You can regard the gods as archetypes if you choose, as long as you act honorably. Acting honorably includes respecting other heathens who may be in another group, and believing that doing heathenry differently than you does not mean they are doing it wrong. Most groups have learned from bad experiences in the early days of the heathen revival, and no longer ask new members to swear kindred oaths on first meeting. For the sake of your honor, never take an oath in a language you do not understand, nor swear kinship to people you do not know very well. Oaths are serious business in heathenry. These days, many Asatru kindreds no longer do kindred oaths at all, and those who do usually have members take them only when everyone is sure they're a good fit. Frequently asked questions. Are all Asatruers white? The answer is no. Some Asatruers are of mixed race and choose to follow the ways of their northern ancestors. Some are of other races and were adopted by Asatruers and raised in Asatru. Some come to Asatru through cultural or linguistic identification, and some are called by the gods of the north. Within Asatru, there are two schools of thought about whether a person must belong to a particular nation in order to be that particular type of heathen. Those who say no are called universalists. Those who say yes are called folkish. However, even among the folkish, the tradition of tribal adoption is honored, and those of mixed ethnicity are welcomed in most groups as long as they have some ancestors from the given nation. In fact, many American Asatruers, including myself, are part Native American. In recent years, many Asatruers are identifying as tribalist, which is partway between folkish and universalist. Were the Vikings a male-dominated culture? Men and women had traditional roles, but leadership was not only for men. Warrior women and ruling queens abound in the history and legends of the various northern peoples. Women held a monopoly on the manufacturing of cloth, the major export, and on practicing medicine and foretelling the future. Women also owned property and could initiate divorce. Viking-age women held great economic power. How can I tell if someone is an Asatruer? Many people new to Asatru want to find other Asatruers and want to know how to tell if someone is an Asatruer. Some Asatruers wear symbols such as a Thor's hammer pendant, have runic tattoos, or wear t-shirts with symbols of the gods. Many Asatruers use online identities with the names of the gods included in them, or adopt Icelandic or Germanic names. The resources section has some ideas for finding other Asatru individuals and organizations.